hear me clearly, or would you prefer I use a microphone? We're good? Okay. I wanted to thank all of you for being here today. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces. Special thank you to Chief Vera Mitchell, who's taken the time to be here today. Kyle Brystupa, the CEO of SWIC. We have folks from Bogstall, Bridgman Collaborative, Southeast CFS, and members of our community. We have reps from our youth council, Lacey's here, and so I'm just happy to have the opportunity for all of us to gather here today. We're going to be having a few different individuals speak. Maybe before I get into that, my name is Victoria Fisher. I'm the Executive Director of Shawenim Abinoojii. I'm a citizen of Ebb and Flow First Nation, and I've had the privilege of working with the Southeast First Nations for the past 13 years. We're happy to have you here today to celebrate the grand opening of 865 Main Street. And I'll share a little bit more with you about where that's come from and what that's meant to us and what the impact has been. But we first wanted to start off with having representatives from our leadership come forward and share a few words. And so I'd like to invite Chief Vera Mitchell, who's the Chief of Poplar River First Nation and also is one of the board of directors for Shawenim Abinoojii Investment Corp. Vera, would you like to come forward and share a few words? Oh, yes, thank you. Sitting us straight. So we would like to start this morning with an opening prayer. I'm just looking at the
I chalk it up to old age. I have to write stuff down. So welcome to everyone to the grand opening of the home of Shawenim, the Shawenim offices. I'd like to briefly say about Shawenim, what it is. Shawenim Abinoojii Adisaiwe is Shawenim Abinoojii in our language, meaning providing love, caring, and looking after our children. That's what it is. On behalf of Chief Gordon Boskai of the Broken Ojibwe Nation, home of the unceded Treaty 1 territory, I welcome you. And on behalf of the SCRDC Board of Directors, which consists of all the chiefs in the southeast area, I welcome you all. It is really with great pride to present one of the resources that has been developed for Southeast members, this building. This suite is called Shawenim Abinoojii Investment Group, and I know Kyle will be talking about that, is the owner of this incorporated entity. It's owned by the SCRDC Board of Bands of Southeast that consists of, Pongasi, Little Grand, Poplar River, Barrens River, Bloodvein, Hollow Water, Black River, and Broken Hill. Did I forget anybody? Sometimes you just rattle them up. But this is one of the examples of investments that have been made by our Resource Development Council. The resource development is specifically what it says. It is, our tribal council is one of the organizations that have really invested in developing resources for our communities. And I'm really proud to say that. This building is one of those assets that will benefit our communities. This beautiful building will house the Shawenim Abinoojii, which is affiliated with Southeast Child and Family Services and SCRDC. I'm always thankful that we have a very good relationship with Southeast Child and Family and Shawenim, because their services are what it's all about. The main goal of those organizations and ourselves is to look after our own children, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're taking charge and looking after our own children. So our chiefs at SCRDC have always had a vision to improve the quality of life for our people by working in collaboration with each other in providing services. Some of those, as you're well aware, are the personal care home. The Southeast Personal Care Home is one of them. The Southeast College, the pharmacy, Shawenim Pharmacy, and the Southeast Wellness Lodge. You know, we are tired of people making money off our own people. You know, it's time we took charge, and we have done that, and I'm so proud that we're able to do that, take charge of our own lives and our own, and provide services for our own people, which are really, at this time, and it'll benefit everyone in our community. It's, you know, as we know, our government has limited resources for the services that we have on reserve, and nothing for off reserve, really. There's no funding available to off reserve members. So all in all, you know, we're trying to ensure that our peoples, especially the ones that are off reserve, benefit from these resources that we provide. And a good example is Shawenim has done more than that. You know, when we talk about bringing our children home, for example, we're actually doing it. You know, we're not just talking about it, because Shawenim has homes in all of our reserves that provide care, foster care for our children, so that they don't have to leave the community. And in Pot River, I know that for a fact, many of our families that live off reserve, they ask to come home. And what prevents them from coming home is our lack of housing. So with Shawenim and CFS, you know, they help build homes in our communities so our children could come home. And those communities that don't have, like we have a group home, and that's the reason it's there. It's to provide a culturally appropriate home for our children, and that's what is happening. And our group home, and I hope it's the same case in all other communities, is not to institutionalize the children. Our group home offers a unique, culturally appropriate program. 1 week out of every month, our children go out into the land. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, because that's what it is. We're reintroducing our culture. And I need to specify that culture is not a religion. You know, culture is who we are as a people. And all this rah-rah about land-based education. Hey, we've been doing that all our lives. You know, somebody just put a name to it and profess it's the greatest thing that's happened to Native people. But we've been doing it all our lives, and that's what we do with our group home and our school and our JP. We teach the kids about their culture, how as a people we have survived and how we will continue to survive off the land and the protection of our lands. So we extend our best wishes to Shawenim in their new offices. And no, we don't have bannock and bologna. But maybe we can ask Victoria to give us some. So congratulations to Shawenim.
Thank you, Chief Mitchell. I'd like to next ask Kyle Karstupa, the Chief Executive Officer of Shawenim Abinoojii Investment Corp., to come up and share a few words.
I'll stand. Thank you, Victoria, for the invitation. As mentioned, my name is Kyle Karstupa. I just started with Shawenim and SCRDC about just under 2 months ago. So really excited with everything that's going to be entailed with my position. I'm a band member of Southeast Tribal Council with Barons River. My last name is Pristupa, so I have Ukrainian in my blood here too. But very proud. Growing up, my mom worked for Southeast, and I always had a vision when I was entering into kind of college years and thinking about what I'd do. I was hoping to be a hockey player, and that didn't work out, but I hoped one day I'd be working in economic development or governance or some sort with either the tribal council or a community. So kind of in a way, living my dream here is one of the pieces off the bucket list to work with Shawenim Abinoojii. So I'm really looking forward to everything from here on out. It's been really exciting to take the role, and one of the first few pieces was getting to know Victoria and understanding what this building was. I walked through it, I believe it was just last week, for my first time, and outstanding job with the renovations. Just a beautiful facility, and I think more importantly, the feeling I got walking through the office spaces and seeing people work, and just the way Victoria would explain everything. There's a lot of passion here to do the job, and that's obviously most important, regardless of what the facility looks like. So I got a really good feeling about that and felt really good, and that just added to that that source of pride to be a part of Southeast Tribal Council and Shawenim Abinoojii and be affiliated with an entity like Shawenim Abinoojii. So I think the work obviously is very important. We can't understate that. But again, really excited about the opportunity to continue to work together with affiliated entities like this. So we have a number that Chief Mitchell outlined. So really excited here to be here today. And, I hope you had an opportunity to take a look at the space and the way it's decorated, and beautiful artwork and things like that around the space. It's done a really good job, and I think it's going to obviously hit home for what the purpose is in helping our youth and with the prevention-based education and the school that they have in here. And again, like I said, I can't stress enough where the feeling I got with the way the staff cares and wants to make a difference. And I think that's the biggest thing we can all do when we wake up, is try to make a difference. You're not going to change the world, but when you change it in a little way, you do actually change the world. And I think again, that just gives me a good feeling to be a part of this. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much again, Victoria.
Thank you, Kyle. I would like to next invite one of our board members representing Black River First Nation, Oral Johnston, to come and share a few remarks, please.
Like here, I said a little bit of age, so I'm going to sit down and say a few words. Just want to thank the Victoria and the youth for the prayer this morning. I also want to thank Chief Mitchell for her comments and about our history and in reference to Southeast accumulation of assets, this being a special day for us. I brought this briefing note that I had as a board member from 2 years back about office centralization. So at the board level, this was always a table discussion item as we rapidly grew here in the city. We had up to 6 locations, and 650 Dufferin is one of them that we own. Another celebration we recently had was at 126 Alfred. And so celebrations continue to happen for us here at Southeast and with Shawenim. We really give thanks to all of those that were part of the collaboration and effort, board members, frontline workers, the administration, to our vendors who support our organization, to our architect wins, thank you very much. And Dan Boxtall for the renovations both at Alfred and here. As we move forward into history, we kind of look at this place, and this is something that we thought and planned about growing into and having enough space to continue to grow. The emergence of our youth in our programs and services will only continue to be good in our communities. And so it starts with the roots of our people and our wishes and intent and what we need to do for our children as we grow. And we continue to grow in all those kind of things in a collaborative effort. And I can't emphasize enough, this building kind of justifies a lot of those things, or intended purposes: communication, staff morale, office centralization, bringing and housing all the staff together in one location. as we start to shift in those areas of communication towards goals that we're striving towards, new things will develop over time. You know, and hope, in the end, you know, it's that support in the communities. It's to do with our children in our communities. It's to make pride swell in our communities, as Veera's mentioned. And Kyle, welcome aboard. And for the rest of you today, enjoy our location, celebrate with us. I'm going to say this in humbly. Miigwech.
Thank you to our speakers for making the time to come here today and to share a few words about what this project has meant for you. I'm really happy to see so many familiar people here. Like I said earlier, my name is Victoria Fisher. I'm the Executive Director at Shawenim Abinoojii. I wanted to acknowledge this artwork that's here behind us today. This is artwork that was completed by Jackie Travers, and it was something that we preserved throughout the interior retrofit of this building. We see it as speaking to the spirit of this space and how much this space means to everybody here in the North End community as well. Shawenim Abinoojii, like Chief Veera described, means to nurture the child. And as an organization, we're responsible for providing programs and services that support the wellness of children, families, and communities from the Southeast First Nations. Shawenim Abinoojii was established in 2005. It's an organization that's been around for a period of time, and it was something that was developed by the First Nations for the First Nations to take the lead in caring for their children and their families. It's evolved over time to provide a range of services that respond to need. Most importantly, Shawenim Abinoojii operates care homes that are in the First Nations it serves. And those homes allow for children to have places of safety within their home communities and to preserve those relationships between those children and their families, to allow those children to continue to go to their local school and live close to their family members and their friends. Over time, we've developed more services to support the wellness of young people. Oral had mentioned 126 Alfred Avenue, and that's a resource we developed to provide transitional housing with supports for young adults who are exiting the child welfare system. We operate a support work program, and we also operate a school on site here, and we're excited to share more about that with you today. Centralizing our Winnipeg-based offices into one location affords the organization more face-to-face contact between departments. It supports a more collaborative approach. And all of this is intended to improve the service experiences for the children, young people, and families who we're responsible to serve. As a part of this project, the Shawenim Abinoojii Board of Directors invested a great deal of time and energy with direction from the leaders of our First Nations, with our Bimibatu Wabishke Mayingan Youth Council, and we have Lacey here as a representative. And I wanted to thank the First Nations and the Youth Council for your guidance and for your strategic direction that leads the organization along a good path of caring for your children. I wanted to thank the Shawenim Abinoojii Board of Directors, Shawana Wapanang Investment Corp, Boxstall, and Bridgman Collaborative for their contributions to making this space become a reality. I wanted to most importantly, or equally importantly, thank the staff and the care providers who provide that direct care and love and service to our children and young people, and who are the force that makes the work we do here a reality. I want to also thank our partners at Southeast Child and Family Services, and I see some familiar faces here who work in partnership with us in the First Nations and here in Winnipeg to respond to the needs of the people who we're both responsible to serve. I would like to invite one of our staff to come forward to share a little bit more about what this change has meant for us and for some of our students in the school. When we go into a new space or when we go into a new venture, we always try to do that from a good place and from the heart. When we undertook this project here with our partners to move into this space, we tried to make sure we were coming from a place of good intentions. And it's my belief that when you enter into something with those intentions, based on the responsibility to serve people in a good way, that it tends to unfold in a good way. And so I hope that you can feel the love and the positive energy in this space. We're happy to be here in this neighborhood, and we're happy to provide this service to all of your members from the Southeast First Nations. So miigwech for you coming here and sharing your time with us this morning to celebrate the grand opening of 865 Main Street. Thank you. I'm looking around for Darcy and Tanisha, who are hiding behind the circle room here. Darcy, yeah, come on up. Is Tanisha coming with you? Yeah, okay, come on up here. Darcy and Tanisha are an example of the team that is Shawenim Abinoojii. They operate our school, which an exciting part of this change has brought our school together with our other departments. And so I'd like to pass this over to them to share a few words about what this change has meant for the school, for their department, and for the students who we serve. So I'd like to welcome Darcy Cody and Tanisha Chartrand.
Like she said, my name is Darcy. I'm one of the certified teachers with Shawenim Abinoojii School. I teach grade 9 and grade 10. I just wanted to make some notes that the school started in 2019 at 181 Higgins. We had a multi-grade classroom, grade 9 to 12. So it's a lot better here. We have 2 classrooms. We have been able to separate the grade 9 10s and the mature students in another classroom. We want to make note that we are the first independent Indigenous high school within Winnipeg, so that is a really big deal for us, and we're excited about that. We started in 2019, and we just received full funding, nominal roll in 2022, and our enrollment is roughly between 25 and 30 students per year. We do have a higher need in our students and programming, so we do have lower enrollment. So I'm just going to pass it off to Tanisha to talk a bit about our classes.
Okay. Someone at the back asked me to use a microphone, so hopefully this is better. Okay, I'm Tanisha. I am the grade 11, 12, and mature student teacher. Our school is different from other schools because the enrollment is a lot smaller, and so we're able to better cater to student needs. So we can individualize their planning, and for some kids, you know, anxiety is a factor, so they prefer coming to a place that is smaller with less students and not as big. One of the, I guess, most interesting things we do at the school is have the Western curriculum integrated with an Indigenous worldview or lens. So that allows us to really connect to our students more because we are integrating their culture into their everyday school life. And then I just want to call one of our youth. She's in the mature student program, and she's just going to come and make some comments on how we're different.
Her name is Shanika.
Yeah, this is Shanika.
Good morning. So one of the great things I guess I could say about the Shawenim Abinoojii School is they're very accommodating, very flexible with their scheduling and for the days, and I really like how they're not as strict as a traditional classroom. Yeah.
Short and sweet. Thank you, Shanika. I guess, so in closing, we do have a larger site. We do have the back that we're able to access that we do want to make into a land-based education area for the students. Right now, there's nothing there, but we do plan to put stuff out there within the new year. So with that being said, that's really it in a nutshell. Thank you for listening to us, and have a good day.
I also wanted to acknowledge Chief Norman McKay from Barons River First Nation, who's joined us up there. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Darcy, and all of our speakers. That wraps up the words that we're going to be sharing this morning. Again, thank you for everybody for being here. What we were going to do next is cut a ribbon with a comically large size pair of scissors. And we were going to do that at the front door over there. And then we have staff who are around who can walk you through the site if you'd like to see a little bit more of what the space looks like. Is there any other words that anybody would like to share before we wrap it up this morning? No? No? Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you everybody for taking the time to be here. We also are going to have some refreshments up on the second floor. We do have bannock and a few other items. Yeah, so please feel free to stick around. We're here to kind of accommodate you, walk you through, spend some time talking and sharing information. So miigwech. Around here, and there's also an elevator, so please feel free to come upstairs, look around. Our staff will show you around. Thank you.